Hello everyone, it is I, looking different, if you couldn't tell. I felt like, I thought I could watch it, have a movie playing in the background, but I can't, the noise is just too distracting. So, I thought I'd do a video, and it's kind of a piggyback onto, well, she didn't actually do a whole complete video about it, so maybe it's not a piggyback. But it's along the same lines as Ember Honeyraven, and yes, I still watch her, people, I do. Talking about transformation. And I have kind of hit, sorry, this is going to be kind of a life update thing, but it's also kind of just a shout out to people too. Both the sides of my hair are, well, shaved. They used to, not shaved down to the skin, but, shaved with a razor, and so is the back. It's all, I love my hair. So, recently, I'm sure, if you guys watch my stuff, you've known that I've been getting tattoos, after dealing, or during my, issues with depression and stuff, and they have helped me so much. Actually, I think that this kind of transformation thing for self-help happened when I was about 16, I think, when I started getting piercings, and there's something about the act of changing how I looked, or adding something to me in remembrance, that was really helpful to me. I think I want to say, okay, this is just not working out. Okay, so hair is just not, okay, we're gonna deal with that, okay? And so anyways, you guys know that I was diagnosed with, at first it was depression and anxiety, and then it got switched to major depression, which is clinical depression, basically. And I am now in complete remission, and I still have to be on my medication for another 6 months, and then after that I'm going to slowly get weaned off of it. And I'm really happy about that. I'm a little bit scared to get off the meds, and the reason why is because I haven't felt, and again, everybody reacts differently, but I haven't felt this happy and calm and hopeful in, I really don't even remember when. I've been pretty sad and helpless and pretty hopeless for most of my life that I can remember. So it's a little bit scary for me to get the idea of getting off them, because I don't want to relapse and, feel that way again. It's not ideal to me. But anyways, I mean, the good news is that my depressive state has dropped, so that's, that's, that's pretty awesome. But with that, and recognizing that I have, a mental disorder, or I don't know if I want to say disorder. It's a problem. I think people who say that, you have an illness or disorder or something like that, it just kind of sounds like there's something really wrong with you, and it kind of makes the problem worse. So I like saying a problem or an issue, because by using those words, they kind of imply that they can be resolved in ways. So, I mean, illness can too, it just doesn't sound as good. But coming to terms with having depression, it's really helped not define who I am, but has allowed me to recognize that I need to be confident in who I am. All the good parts, all the bad parts, all the gray parts, all the weird parts, all the funny parts, the highs, the lows, stuff like that. And be okay with it. be okay with how I am and who I am and what, whatever I'll become in the future. And to have no regrets about it. So, this, talking about depression and talking to my friends about it, I feel no shame in it. I don't. And I know people think, oh, depression and being bipolar is a fad and da-da-da-da-da, which I have never met anyone who has a mental illness who thinks that it's a fad, or anybody who has turned mental illness into a fad. But I can tell you, from my point of view, you do not want to have depression. You don't. You don't want to have PTSD. You don't want to have anxiety, or be manic bipolar. Not a lot of my friends are manic bipolar. One of my friends is. But, it's not easy. It does not make life easy. But the point I'm trying to make here is that I have no shame in talking about it, and I don't think it should be hidden. I don't think it should become a fad, because it's not something that people want, but I don't think there should be a stigma wrapped around it either. I don't think people should be afraid of it or hide from it, or, it needs to be talked about. So I've been able to do that, and it makes me feel really good to, it is what it is, basically, and not try to, I don't know what just happened. It is what it is. So, I'm going to check what just happened and see if my voice will end up sounding really deep and like a man, because if that's the case, I'm going to have to redo. Maybe I'll just add on to this, because that was kind of weird, and my camera has a tendency of doing that, maybe when I move too much. I don't know.